So what is the secret of getting over your breakup? What is the secret of getting over your ex? Why is it that some people get through it so quickly, even though they're heartbroken, and other people literally a year later are still caught in the heartbreak? What is the reason for that? If you want to know why, stick around until the end, darling. So every breakup is different, without a shadow of a doubt, but the heartbreak remains the same. You think you're the only one who's ever felt that bad, but trust me, darling, you really are not. Being broken up with and going through a breakup that you did not want is one of the most stressful, heart-wrenching, awful things to go through, and it feels just the same as when someone dies, because it is the same as when someone dies. You go through exactly the same emotions, you go through exactly the same grieving process, except for you can add rejection onto it, so it makes it feel even worse sometimes. So the big question is, how do you get through it? How do you release yourself from this pain? Because it is a gut-wrenching, awful pain where you can't eat, you can't sleep, and literally your whole mind is just consumed with your ex, and you can't think of anything negative about them. You can only think of the positive things, and all you want is to get them back. Well, that is what's keeping you stuck, my darling. That is what's keeping you stuck. That's why you can't get past this, because you're not looking at the reality of the situation you're in or the relationship that you actually had. You're thinking of the fantasy of the relationship that you could have had if things had been different, that it might have been if they'd have just made them changes. It could have been if the situation was just slightly different, you know? But that's not the reality. The reason you are staying stuck in this heartbreak is because you are not accepting the breakup. You need to accept that you have broken up and stop having this fantasy that you're going to get back together, that it's all going to be fine. If you do this, that will happen. If you just put up some pictures, they'll miss you. All of these things, they keep you stuck. Keeping one eye on your ex all the time, looking at their social media, speaking to their friends about them, driving past their work, keeping reminders in your house of them. It's all keeping you stuck. You are, by definition, breaking your own heart. So what do you do? What do you do? This is what you do, my darling. You go complete no contact, but you must do it properly. Most of you are not doing it properly. No contact doesn't just mean not contacting your ex. There is a lot more to it. If you want to know exactly how to do it properly, you can Google it, or you can buy my book, Silence Is Your Superpower. You can ask friends, but you need to know how to do it properly. Once you've done that, then you start journaling. You start writing down all of your feelings. You put it on paper, because when you put your feelings down on paper, it all becomes very real. Your brain processes it very differently, and you start to see the reality as opposed to the fantasy. And that's what you need to break yourself from, my darling. So there you go. They're my top tips. And if you're struggling with journaling, it is quite difficult just to put pen to paper. I have an amazing guided journal called Bossing Your Breakup. It's absolutely fantastic. So check that one out as well. All of my books are designed to help you get through this breakup as quickly as possible, darling. So let me know how you get on. Let me know how it goes. And you've got this. You've got this. Remember that you are the prize.